Welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Healing Speaks Chrissy. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm trying my best to upload more content during the week. Today's Thursday, so happy Thursday. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far. And if not, no worries. Tomorrow's Friday and the weekend is right around the corner. So just hang in there, hang in there. The weekend is coming. Now, let's get into today's video. So I wanted to quickly come on here and talk to you all about DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. Now, if you've been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, I highly recommend that you get into DBT because you're going to be learning about so much information and some skills of how to handle your symptoms. Now, DBT only teaches you how to manage it. It only teaches you how to manage your symptoms, not necessarily like get rid of it. If you've been diagnosed with BPD, it's not curable. You are going to have this for the rest of your life. So you need these skills. This is why it's so important to take DBT, because you're going to need these skills. They're going to help you manage those symptoms, those BPD symptoms. So yes. Now, I believe any and everyone, even children can benefit from DBT. It needs to be taught in school. I think it should be taught in school. Let me know if you agree in the comment section. This is really great information. I call DBT like borderline personality disorder Bible. It's like a BPD Bible. I kid you not. Like, it's full of information, wonderful information. You can be in any stressful, triggering, splitting situation, and the DBT module will have something in that booklet to help you ease and manage that symptom. I don't care what your crisis, like what crisis you're in or anything like that, and you're in distress, emotional distress, you name it. The DBT skills there's going to be a skill for that. That's what I'm trying to say. There's going to be a skill for whatever BPD symptom you are having. So I have the module actually with me, and it's very beautiful module. Now, normally when I was receiving this in 2016, it was Xerox copies. My therapist, she's no longer my therapist. I'm going to have a new one in August. But she gave me a booklet like that. Let me know if you receive yours like Xerox copies, because they're always wrinkled, balled up, or missing. But she gave me this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty and it's so organized. So this is how I got my DBT module. Let me know how you receive yours. But mines were just a bunch of handouts, and you got to staple them together or you'll lose them. But anyway, so let's go over the 4 different modules. So there's 4 different modules. It took me about 4 to 5 years because I had to take a break because of work and stuff like that. Now, it took so long for me to complete it because of all the information provided. And so it just took a while for me to complete. I'm not sure about your clinic and how long it taken for you to complete all 4, but it took me a very long time to complete all 4. And I do plan to get back in DBT because it's been a while, and I do plan to get back in DBT. So one of the modules or categories is interpersonal effectiveness. This is like one of my favorite modules. Interpersonal effectiveness is one. You're not going to see mindfulness. Mindfulness is another module. I don't have a booklet to show you because all of my DBT booklets begin with mindfulness. So I don't have a separate beautiful ring binder. I do have like tons of handouts on mindfulness, but with it looking like this, I don't have a separate booklet for mindfulness. But mindfulness is one of the modules, and it's like I said, all of the modules that I have starts with mindfulness. So here's another one, emotion regulation. So emotion regulation is one of the modules. And then distress tolerance. And then, like I said, the other one is mindfulness. So lots of information. I swear, this is like a BPD Bible. The way I read it like, okay, if I'm in this situation, I read it like it's like a Bible, man. I kid you not. It's a borderline personality disorder Bible. If you are in a crisis, I don't care what it is, go to your skills. Go to your skills to manage that symptom. If you're feeling whatever at a 10, high intense emotion, grab your DBT skills. And like I said, if you're not in DBT, talk to your therapist, your psychologist to get enrolled. If you do not have therapy because of insurance or it's too expensive, you've come to the right channel if you're new to my channel, because the direction of my channel, where I really want to go, some of you guys already know what I mean by the direction of my channel. I want to do maybe like a study group support. And guess what? DBT skills is one of my channel directions. Because like I said, my channel is a space. My dog's gonna bark. I was washing clothes. I would push pause, but she's gonna stop barking in a minute. Yeah, so my channel is like a support type channel and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to create a space for those who do not have therapy. If you do not have therapy, like I said, for whatever reason, this is the channel for you, because I do plan to go that direction. I want to help those, especially with BPD. I have other diagnoses, but I speak more of my issues with borderline personality disorder more than any of my other ones. I do plan to talk about my other diagnosis as well, but I'm always talking more like borderline personality disorder type stuff. But so yes, I want to create a space for those who heal, and so we can support one another. And so no worries if you cannot get in DBT and get your hands on some skills and stuff, so you can get your own awesome material, so you can start studying and knowing what to do when you're in a crisis. Don't worry, this is what my channel is for. I do plan to make it like a study group where we can all help one another with using materials from DBT. So no worries, you found the right channel. And let me talk about the time when I first got into DBT. So I got into DBT in 2016. Now, I went inside group therapy like, this is not going to work. I'm not going to lie. I was sometime one of those people that, because I took so much therapy, you guys. I took so much therapy. By 2016, I have taken so many groups. I think at that time I already did IOP, I did PHP, I did IHP, you name it. I did so many groups. So when I attend DBT, I was like, okay, let's see what this is going to be about. I went in there just like, you know what, this is not going to work. And then so we start off with mindfulness. I joined when we were discussing mindfulness. So I joined when I was first in DBT. The topic that we were going to cover for several months was mindfulness module. And I was like, ooh, this is interesting. I was kind of like, And then we also did something called a diary card. So if you've never taken DBT before, you probably have no idea what I mean by diary card. Now, diary card helps you log in your symptoms. It's a thing that you do. It's a form that you fill out every week, and you are recording your symptoms. You're recording, you're rating how high your symptoms was. So if you want to focus on a specific split, you use the diary card, and you're just tracking. It's just to see if you're progressing or relapsing. So that's what a diary card is. And I do plan to do something like that with my channel too, where we all do diary cards. I don't know, we'll see. But if that's something that you're interested in, you got to comment below, you guys, because this is your channel as much as it's my channel, and I'm trying to be here for my viewers. I want to make sure that I'm making videos that's tailored for you. So always comment below, let me know any kind of ideas, like, hey, can we talk about this? Can you talk about that? Or maybe you should do this in your group thing, your whatever. But anyway, so yeah, make sure you engagement's important. So I went in DBT not caring. I'm like, okay, what is this? What's this DBT stuff? But yes, as we went more into the material and started learning about, filling out the diary card every day, and then we went over our diary. We're not together. The diary cards was confidential. We only went over them with the instructor or the facilitator, the person who was teaching the DBT class. We only went over the diary cards with them, not with the whole entire group. Your diary card was confidential. So we sat down and we did one-on-ones, and then we started the group. And I was like, you know what? I like this. When I was looking through the material and the skills, and we were all going over the skills together, I was like, man, this can't be real. I started the group like this, like not gonna work, to whoa. I was blown away. I was blown away with the materials, because I'm like reading the skills, like, yeah, if I've been in situations before, I can use the skills when this happened. I can use this skill if I'm in this situation, or if I'm in this, I can use this skill. And it was going like with each module I was taking, distress tolerance, personal, what is it? Interpersonal effectiveness. There you go. Interpersonal effectiveness module, mindfulness module, all of them. I was just intrigued with each module because I just couldn't believe something like that exists, especially for a diagnose. You don't get a lot of people diagnosed with something and there's a group designed for your diagnose. I mean, I'm like, wow. I was just amazed. That's why I call it some kind of like BPD Bible, because like I said, if you're in a crisis or something, or you need something to study, you got to study these skills. I want to make another video because this is getting already too long. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I did want to make a video about how do we imply these skills, how and when, because that's what I suffer with. And a lot of people in the group said the same thing. Like, I know the skills, I see the skills, but how do I imply them? When I'm in a situation, my emotions are high, I'm not thinking about my skills. So I want to make another video. I don't want to get too much into details, but if you've taken DBT before and you're like, yes, that was one of my questions too. I don't think about my skills when I'm in high emotions or a high split. I'm splitting so high, my emotions are 10 or a 50 or 100, however you rate your emotions. DBT skills don't come to mind. So I want to make that a separate video. Let me know if you want to, if you're like, yes, that's me. I take DBT too, and I have all the modules, and I don't think about them. I don't think about them. So yeah, but I love it. I love DBT. I plan to get in it again. I don't see a therapist until August, thank goodness, because I'm almost 2 months of not seeing anyone, and that's been the hardest 2 months. I've just been using my YouTube videos, making YouTube content to keep me focused. But yeah, not seeing anyone for this long is just it's a challenge. And I think I held it quite well, but I definitely cannot wait to see my therapist, my new therapist. I'm not too happy about it, but I just need to see a therapist, and I need to talk to somebody because it's been too long. But anyways, you guys, if you have borderline personality disorder, please try to get in DBT. And if you can't, like I said, because your insurance or therapy is too expensive, you found the right channel, because I definitely plan to do DBT skills on my group panel. I showed my group panel before, where I can bring people up to talk. Cameras won't be on, everything is confidential, your cameras will be off, and we're just all here to support one another. I want to go over DBT skills together. If there's a skill that you're stuck on or you don't understand, maybe we can all help each other and try to figure out those skills and stuff like that. Sounds exciting, right? So that's my goal, my direction of my channel that I wanted to go. I just don't want to open up my group panel yet because my channel is still a baby. It's still getting out there. I get new subscribers. Sometimes I lose some. I just lost one, but that's okay. No hard feelings. But that's just how YouTube go. You gain some, you lose some subscribers. But if you are a returning subscriber, I'm pretty much ending the video. It sounds like I'm ending the video. So that's all I wanted to talk about is how amazing DBT is. And like I said, I want to make some more. Don't worry. This is just, there's more content that I have coming on my way about DBT, because there's a lot of information. So yeah, so stay tuned for more videos on those different modules. No worries. But like I was saying, so if you're a returning subscriber, I consider you all my family, especially if I see you in the comment section. Always, in my comment section, making comments and stuff like that. It keeps me motivated. It does. It keeps me motivated. And I like to return the love too, because I follow some other content creators with BPD, and because I don't like to follow too much of those therapists, psychologist channels that explains mental illnesses so well, because they're psychologists and they're therapists. I don't tend to really subscribe to those channels. I like to find raw, real people with my diagnosis. Any of them, not just BPD, all of them. My MDD, my GAD, with this, and and the anxiety, and with the borderline personality disorder, stuff like that. I like to follow raw, real people that are battling and that are on the mental health journey with these diagnoses and stuff like that. So those are the channels that I'm more after, like that. So I try to go to those channels, watch the videos, and then give awesome feedback, supporting people. That's because I love validation. That's why I'm always asking for engagement, so I love to validate people, and because it feels good when you're validated and people see that you understand. it makes you feel good, don't it? It makes you feel good when, like, yeah, you understand me. So that's why I always want to subscribe to those type of channels. All right, so that is all that I have for you. Let me know if you've taken DBT before, or if you haven't and you're interested in DBT. Let me know. What's your favorite module? Mine is interpersonal effectiveness. That is my favorite module when we cover those. And what is your favorite module? And yep, if you made it this far, please like this video, comment below. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. I love you as always. And if you're new, please be sure to subscribe if you're interested in this type of content, and then hit the bell so that way you'll know when I upload new content. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.